Breathing fine dust is a serious health hazard, so I'm finally getting around to replacing my old Harbor Freight dust collector with a new Camvac. Let's take it out of the box and check it out. The Woodturning store does a great job of packaging the Camvac into a much larger, sturdy box to prevent any damage like this from the interior contents. Right, let's open this bad boy out. There's a number of different Camvac systems. They basically vary based on how many motors, whether they have 1, 2, or 3 motors, and the size of the canister. This is one of their larger units, and it has 3 motors and a 90-liter container for collecting shavings and dust in. So we've got a few peanuts to deal with. I'm going to pull this out and open this up. Okay, so we've got the inner box. This thing weighs 19.5 kilograms, or for us folks in the United States, about 43 pounds. I'm going to grab it by one of the sturdy handles. By the way, this is a 220 unit because it has 3 1 1/3 horsepower or 1 kilowatt. So when all 3 of them run, you're looking at 4 horsepower. So it's got a NEMA 6 220 plug for the US, which is the same as my large Powermatic lathe and my 18-inch bandsaw use. These are covers. Okay. It's got a very nice power cord length that I measure to be 12 feet. Okay, I've taken off this retaining ring. Now we're going to take off the motors and get the contents out. I'll just set those down right there. So inside we've got, comes with a, I believe this thing is 8 feet long. It's got a metal, a metal ring around it, so it's very, very strong, and it looks like copper, so I guess it could be grounded if you wanted to. Sit there. It's got the manual and the air filtration bags. It's a 3-tiered air filtration system, unlike my current Harbor Freight system that's only got a single bag on it. And it's got these rubber bands to fasten the paper filters over it. It's got this large rubber cuff that I believe the bayonet mount goes in here. I think. Yeah, there's a bayonet mount here, and then it's got this rubber cuff that the hose fits in, and with that bayonet mount, it makes it nice and secure, and very easy, quick disconnect and fasten, which I like. All right, this is the accessory caster kit to make it easier to move around my shop. If you leave it stationary, of course, you don't need this. So it's got a set of casters, and it's got a ring that we're going to install on the bottom. We're going to mount the optional caster set. It ain't rocket science. You can just glance at the picture. Basically, you're going to mount these 4 casters with a bolt going this way and a nut on the other side. Then you're going to adjust this ring so it just fits inside. And you can squeeze it in until it drops into place. And then all you do is adjust this nut that extends this out snug, and then you readjust the outer one. I won't bore you with the final adjustments. It comes with an extensive manual that covers all the Camvac systems in English and Okay, Frances in Deutsch. While the manual doesn't make it perfectly clear, we're going to fit this first line of defense, this first air filtration bag inside. You can see there's going to be a cyclonic action that's going around under that collects the dust, but then the air is going to go through the bag and filter. So we're going to put that right there. Next, we're going to turn this upside down to mount the filters on the motors. So it may not be intuitively obvious to the casual observer, but the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mount the paper bag, and these are good for, I believe, 20 hours. And so this is your final filtration. Just carefully slide them over. Then you're going to use a large rubber band that comes with it. Carefully fit this over it. Be careful not to tear the bags. They go down near the bottom, like so. And then to keep any larger debris from prematurely damaging the bag, each motor is going to have a cloth filter over it. So that's your three-stage air filtration. Now that we've got all the air filters installed, we're going to simply turn this over. Again, we've already mounted the cloth first line of defense bag. It's got a seal here. It may be a little snug popping it over that bag. That just means you're going to have a nice snug fit. Now we're going to put on the painting ring. This thing is not manufactured in China, it's manufactured in England, which I think is a plus. The different models have a different, instead of a retaining ring, they may have clips. And there we go. I suspect that'll get a little easier with time. Alright, now let's take this thing for a quick run as a shop vac before I go into a more extensive future video getting into all the details and the experience I've had actually using it and comparing it with my Harbor Freight system. These are accessory boxes. Well protected. And then now we have the workshop cleanup kit, which is an accessory that's got various vacuum attachments to go to the hoses. It looks like it's got a rigid set of pipes to make it easier to use it as a shop vac besides just a dust extractor for general shop cleanup, which would be very handy. I know, because my shop gets a lot, I don't know about yours, mine gets a lot of dust and shavings in the corner, especially around the drill press table and around my bandsaw especially. So this has got a very nice floor sweep accessory, crevice attachment, and a little dust sweep. So now let's open up the 40960 Camvac accessory kit. Alright, so this is the adapter. It takes down the 4-inch to a smaller hose. We'll play around with that just a little bit. Looks like it. One's flexible, one's stiff. So we'll come back to that. This one is the stepped power tool adapter to fit 63mm hose assemblies. So it looks like you can slip this into different size accessories. And then we've got a series of extra dust filtration bags. Alright, this floor sweep, you know, it's got bristles, it's got little wheels to make it easy to slide along the floor. This is not how I would normally clean up shavings, but it is a great way to get fine stuff off the floor, so let me show that to you. Still use a broom for most, just to keep from not easier to carry shavings out. But oh my gosh, there are tasks cleaning the floor that this thing is going to be wonderful for. When I finally get this installed to replace my Harbor Freight, I doubt if I'm going to move it around more than once or twice a year for a general cleaning around the shop. But I would have to say these casters sure make it easy for this to maneuver around, much easier than the cart that I've got on my current shop vac. For the Camvac and other fine wood turning accessories, check out my affiliate link to the wood turning store in the description area. And if you buy something, I'll get a small commission. Okay, I want to do something that the instructions say don't do, but just to show how powerful this unit is with a 4-inch hose. That was with one motor. So I'm looking forward to replacing my Harbor Freight with this and hooking it up to my current piping system. It's connected to my rigid sander, my router table, my table saw, my bandsaw, my smaller my smaller Powermatic, and my larger Powermatic lathe. Alright, I'm looking forward to bringing you more videos as I replace my Harbor Freight dust collector, and I have more experience with this Camvac, so I can share with you the pros and cons. If y'all have any experience with the Camvac, leave it in the comments below. And remember, y'all stay safe and come on back, you hear?